Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, folks, welcome back. We're looking at rationalizing the denominator. Rationalizing the denominator is talking about the bottom part of the fraction, the bottom number on the fraction. Here we have a root number. What we need to do, root 2, we know is an irrational number. So when you work out root 2, the decimal points and the places will go on, the decimal place will go on and on and on for a long time. Okay, so what we need to do here, we need to make sure that the bottom number becomes a whole number. So in order for a root to become a whole number, we multiply it by itself. That's what we've been practicing in the previous exercises. So in order for me to get root 2 to look like a nice whole number, I multiply it by itself. What I do to the bottom, Junaid, I must then do to the top. So root 2 times by root 2 will give us what? 2. Any root times by itself will give you the number inside, which is just 2. But if you want you to go through the full explanation, root 2 times by root 2 is the same as that, which is the same as that. And we know that the 4 is a square number. And the final answer would be 3 over root 2 divided by 2. That's the first one done. Let's look at the next one. So now you've got 2 root 2. So again, do you know what we do top and bottom by? Okay, now the top will give us what? 2 root 2. And the bottom, root 2 times by itself will give you just simply. Now what can we do with it? We've got a 2 on the top and a 2 on the bottom, the multiply and divide it. So we divide that by 2, divide that by 2. So we can do a bit of cancelling here. So my final answer is root 2. Okay, next one. We have 3 root 2 over root 7. So if now what do we do to the bottom? We multiply the bottom by itself. Now, a root term by itself will give you what, Ifra? The number inside it. So root 7 times by root 7 is really root 49, which gives you then the answer of 7. Now what do you do to the top? So we got 3 root 2 root 7, which is the same as what? How could we simplify that, Hamza? That's the same as saying 3 over root. Remember, root 7 won't cancel with the 7. It's two different things. And in the number 14, there's no square numbers in there either. So we can't actually simplify it any other way. So we can absorb the root 2 and the root 7 into 1. So root 2 times by root 7 is the same as root 2 times by 7, which gives that. Right, are we happy with that? Mr. Junaid, if you're not happy, just say so, yeah? You okay with that? Lovely. Let's do the next one. Hani, are you with us?
Yeah.
Yeah? So root 5 over root 10, what do we top and bottom by, Hani?
5.
Root 10. Okay. So any root term by itself will give you the number inside. Because root 10 term by root 10 is really the same as root 100. And root 100 square root gives you 10. Now you got root 5 term by root 10, what will that give us? Now in the number 50, is there any square numbers in the number 50? Square numbers.
25.
Well done. So we can refactorize that as 25 times by 2. Now root of 25, because 25 is a square number, that will give us what? Okay. Okay, that will do for the moment. So we'll get now. So root 25 will give us 5 times that by root 2 divided by 10. What will the 5 and 10 do? They will cancel. So divide that by 5 gives you 1. Divide that by 5 gives you 2. So I'm going to write the answer up here. So the final answer is root 2 over 2. So there's our answer. Okay, the last one on this page, they've got 1 over 4 root 8. Do we need to multiply top and bottom by 4 root 8? Do we need to multiply it by the 4 as well? No. We need to undo the root 8 part. To undo the root 8 part, we only need to multiply it by the root 8. So let's have a go at that. So Mr. Hani, here we go. Times that by root 8 and times that one by root 8. That gives us root 8 on the top. On the bottom we have 4 root 8 times by another root 8. Now these two together give us what? A third a root term by itself will give you what? A number inside. So that'll give you 4 times by 8. And 4 times by 8 will give you... Okay, one thing we've missed out here actually. We should have done it back a bit. Let me just quickly... Here we go. Now the root 8 on top, that can also be split up into what? Root 4 times by root 2. Because there's a square number in there. So we said on the bottom we had 4 times by, what was it? 8, isn't it? On the bottom. Now root 4 being a square number that it is, so what does root 4 give us? 2. So we got 2 root 2 over 4 times by 8, which is 32. Now what can we do with the 2 and the 32? We can simplify it. So divide that by 2, divide that by 2, that will give us 16. So our final answer here will be what? 2 over 16. So we have root 2 over 16. And that's the end of that particular rationalizing. Do you have any more on those questions? These are all really the same.